Welcome. Today's goal is to become a Google Workspace search ninja. We're going to focus on the apps Gmail, Google Drive, Chat, and Cloud Search. I do want to take this time to remind you of all the resources posted in the description to learn more on how to become a Google Workspace search ninja. Let's continue on. Our first stop is in Gmail. And we will go ahead and demonstrate at the end here, but we're going to go over some of the options that we can through the slide deck. First of all, we're in Gmail, and which is many of us spend a majority of our time. And also many of us will type in a keyword just like it shows here by the magnifying glass. In this example, the keyword is hi. I bet you would have several emails with that content showing with the word keyword hi. Then you'll notice once you type in a keyword, you will see these search chips. They're also known as filters. This is where you can manipulate your search and refine it. And you can narrow your search down by selecting those filters to get you exactly what you're looking for. That's one option. Option two is you could always go to the advanced search, which is the top right-hand corner, and it will bring up a pop-up box, and you will just need to complete that form, which is also known as the advanced search drop box. So go ahead and know that as well. And last, you could do search operators. But if you want to become a true search ninja, you might actually use all three. You'd use the filters, you would use the advanced search, and search operators. Not that you need to do that, but you will find that you can really narrow your search down by using all those options at once. However, to be honest, you will be able to probably find your content that you're looking for by just using one of the options. But again, I just wanted to point that out. You can combine all of them to refine your search. Let's now navigate to Google Drive. Google Drive works in a very similar fashion as it does in Gmail. You would type in the keyword, and then you would have these search chips. Obviously, the search chips or the filters are different criteria to select from because you're in a different app. However, the concept is the same. Not only do you have the filter options, you're now to select the advanced search. You will find the advanced search tool right here. You click on that, fill out the fields, and you can refine your search that way. Last but not least, there are some search operators as well for Google Drive that you can also refine your search that way. And again, if you really want to be an amazing searcher, you can use all of those at once as well. Is chat. You have the option to go to chat.google or use the Chat Progressive Web app. You can type in the keyword as shown in this example and then filter your data using the search chips. With chat, many of us probably access our chat through the Gmail integrated workspace, which will show you how that works when you're inside the Gmail app in the demonstration portion. The last app is probably a hidden gem within Google Workspace. There is an app that you can get to called Cloud Search, and this will actually search your entire Google Workspace account. It will search your mail, your drive, your sites, your groups, your people, and so much more. You can do the same concept, type in a keyword. Not really the search chips look, but you do have options to filter the data by the app. And last but not least, you do have the option to use some search operators. We're going to go out of the slide deck, and I will demonstrate some of these ways to filter your data within these apps and become a search ninja. As you can see, I'm currently in Gmail. And before I begin further into this demonstration, I do want to let you know I'm in a persona Trainer 13. And I'm also going to be very honest, sometimes trainer accounts don't have as much criteria as maybe your own state of Iowa Google account. I do ask that you think outside the box, and what I'm going to show you today will work efficiently and effectively inside your own account. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do what most of us do. We're going to go by the magnifying glass at the top and type in a keyword. In my example, I'm going to go ahead and type in the keyword demo because that makes a lot of sense in a trainer account. I'm going to type in the word demo in the magnifying glass search area. And you can see I do actually have quite a bit of content showing with the word demo. I actually need to refine the search even more. I'm actually going to think, well, maybe I know who this is from. Maybe it was something that I sent. Maybe it is actually a chat message. Does it have an attachment? Is it a calendar invitation? Well, one of the things that I always do, especially in a very large search, because we all receive calendar invitations, and more than likely that's not what you're looking for. You can see you have an option in your filter option to exclude calendar updates, because that is something most people aren't looking for when they're searching their Gmail. So I'm going to go ahead and exclude calendar updates. So then you can see my search has now gone down to 13. I'm getting better yet. I could also look and define the time that I'm looking for, or the from. So I can select the from, and I can select a particular person. I could type in the email in this area and narrow my search. Obviously, if I'm the persona trainer 13 today, if I select the from trainer 13, that is an email that I have sent. I'll go ahead and show you that in this demonstration. So then you can see that I have sent these 4 emails with the keyword demo inside. Now you can continue on and move throughout the rest of these filters and even adjust it even more. You can always adjust it by attachment. You can actually then see, you can select what type of an attachment, it has a document, and so much more. So these search operators, also known as filters, can really help you refine your search. If you still cannot find your search by using the filters, you can always go to the advanced search. You can click the advanced search option up at the top, or you can always go to the advanced search, and you can see while using those filters, it automatically populates the criteria in the advanced search, such as, remember we selected from was trainer 13, which is myself today. We also excluded the attachment for calendars, excluded the calendar option. And we have has an attachment or has a drive and has a document demo. I will be humbly honest, I would not know how to write that on the go, but using those filters does really help. One thing I really want to point out, as many seem to not know, when you actually search within Gmail, the default is you're searching your all mail. You can see that by hitting the search criteria in your advanced search. And by definition, your all mail means everything except spam and trash. So you can even refine your search even more by actually selecting which particular area or label you want to select. In this case, if you really just know it's in your inbox, which is I call the kitchen, you can always click on the inbox and you will really refine your search even more. So please understand that. So you can see I'm using a combination of both of these options right now. So you can see then I don't have anything that fits that criteria. I refined it too much, but I can always go back and adjust it and select all mail and etc. And I probably will find a file or email that pertains to that particular case in this example. So again, you can see I'm using a combination of things. You also can now learn some search operators as well. As you can see, when you use the advanced search, the search operators appear at the top. Now the next demonstration I want to go over is how you can search for chat messages. Many of us use chat inside our Gmail, which is now called the integrated workspace. And so we want to make sure we can find those valuable chat messages inside our Gmail integrated workspace. So I'm going to go ahead up at the top and do the same thing, and I'm going to type the word demo. And then you'll notice, again, we default you're searching mail, but you can also search messages, which is your chat messages. So I'm going to go ahead and select messages, and you can see any criteria that appears for messages, which is chat messages, will show here. Make note that the filters do change. It's the from, the set in, so maybe as a particular space or room that particular conversation took place, the date, does it have a file, does it have a link, and does it mention me? So you can refine your search that way. And so again, this is a trainer account, not much criteria in here, but I do want to make note that you do have the option to refine it by messages. As you see, I'm currently in Google Drive, and we're going to go ahead and show you some tips and tricks on how to be a search ninja inside Google Drive. What we're going to do first is do what many of us do, is type in a keyword in the magnifying box. And we're going to go ahead and type in the word keyword demo. And you will then see the search tips, also known as filters, inside Drive. You will notice the names of these filters are different than you see in Gmail, but the concept works the same. So if you know that particular demo document that I'm referring to is an actual true document, maybe a spreadsheet or a form, you can always narrow the type of file. I think that's really helpful. More than likely, you know what type of file you're looking for. If it's a Microsoft Word file or a Google Doc, that would be considered a document. If it was a spreadsheet, that would be either considered a Google Sheet or a Microsoft Excel. So again, it's a very broad name, but it will then look for both either your Microsoft Office files inside Google or your Google documents that are stored in Google. So I'm going to go ahead and select documents just to show you that example. You can see that I have many documents that are called demo inside here. You can then even refine your search more. Maybe it was the last modified date. You can always select a date from the last 7 days, the last 30 days. You can also refine your search by title if you choose to. Be aware of that. The one thing I want to point out is many of us don't realize this is when you are searching within Google Drive, you do have a new option in your columns that show. In this example, it says location. So many of us could see that you now have the new column and it'll actually tell you where it's at in that Google Drive infrastructure. So that can really help you because more than likely maybe you're looking for that particular project and you can go directly to that folder by hovering over it and then take you to that folder location. My favorite tip and trick is more than likely if you do have a good Google Drive infrastructure, which many of us do, you can always just search within that folder. Now you notice the filter options just choose location, but I prefer this way because I'm a creature of habit just like the rest of us. You can always right click on a folder because you know maybe it's a big infrastructure and it has a lot of files inside that folder. You can right click and you'll notice there is an option to search within that folder. So you can see I'm selecting the folder demo and I have the option to search within that folder. So that's a nice feature and you can narrow your search down if you choose to. That wasn't a great example because there's not anything in that particular folder. Let me go ahead and repeat that and I'll do the amazing vacation. And you can see there's content in there. And now I can type in a keyword of idea and you will then see I have narrowed my search down by doing that. You can always even narrow your search down by clicking the advanced search option, which is the search option box over here. And you can see then you could start filling out that form or that field for the fields for each type of those. So you can always then even narrow it down by file type. Does it have a word? Item name, which is the title of the document or folder. You have date modified. So again, you can see it's your preference. What is it that you are trying to look for? More than likely you have one or two things in your head, in your conscious head, telling you I'm looking for a document and I know it has the keyword of this, or I know it's stored here and it has the title of this, or I've worked on it. So you probably know a little bit about what you're looking for, and by just knowing those two things, you'll be able to refine your search effectively by using these options. Now, I'm not going over the search operators for these particular demonstrations, but please feel free to check out the slide deck and that will go over that for you as well. I'm just going to briefly just navigate to chat for you for a second. I just want to point out that you can't always go to chat.google and access your chat if that's what you choose to do. It works very similar to what we just saw in Gmail. You just don't have all the bells and whistles, but the concept is you can always search for a keyword. I'll go ahead and type in the word hi, and then you'll have the same options that we just demonstrated in Gmail. What many people don't realize is you do have the option to make this a progressive web app. With that, you can always go up here at the top and you'll see there's an option to open this link and choose an app. If you're constantly in chat, you may want to check out the progressive web app. I'll go ahead and do so. What that does, I click on that and I click open. It will open a brand new option in my taskbar at the bottom. You will see that you have a new window in chat to just have that focused on chat. Sometimes we might get too overwhelmed with having it in our Gmail, but the progressive web app does give you that capability of doing so. The last thing we're going to go over is cloud search. I'm going to go ahead and go over to the waffle or the 9-block grid, and I'm going to search for the particular cloud search app, which is the blue cloud with the magnifying glass, and I'm going to select cloud search. You can always go there by going cloudsearch.google as well, but many of us prefer choosing the waffle. Now this is where it actually is tied to your Google Workspace. I did want to make sure you know that you can search kind of not every app within Google Workspace, but a lot of it. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the keyword demo because that is what we keep focusing on today. But I searched in the word key demo, and you can see that I can actually filter my data by mail, drive, sites, groups, people, and then there is other option by clicking more, and you've got calendar. With that, then you can see that it kind of just pulls up all content with the word demo that you have access to. You can then refine it by mail, drive, sites, groups, people, which I'll talk about in a minute. and you can actually choose any time and everything and so much more. But this is where maybe you just go here to look for everything. Again, it's a really nice feature, a hidden gem that many people don't use. The other thing you can do is where I think it's very beneficial is, let's say you want to know more about Jessica Van Hevelen. You can always go, who is Jessica Van Hevelen? You can search for that particular person and you will find all their contact information, who I report to. You can directly email them, calendar, Google Meet, and so much more. Any content that you are actually working with them of some sort, maybe shared or an email correspondence. So again, Cloud Search is a really nice feature for you. As I end this training, I just want to briefly mention to make sure you check out the slide deck to learn more about those additional resources such as search operators. I really just wanted to take this time to just show you how easy it is to search by using some of the search tips and the filters. And then incorporating some a little more advanced features such as using the advanced search. And for those that really want to learn search operators, I encourage you to check out the resources posted on that slide deck and become a full-fledged search ninja. With that, I thank you for your time for watching this video.